Hello everyone, welcome back, and today we are going to check out general ship design shapes and problems with symmetry. I think that's the best way I can put it. So let's discuss how one could use symmetry to build a ship. I'm going to set all three symmetries, and of course if I start building, it builds in every direction. Problem with this, you're pretty much only ever going to get a cube. Cubes are ugly, or cubes or bricks or something. You know, you can kinda, it's lazy. It's really what it comes down to, it's lazy. And you can see, I get a cool design. Now, if I stopped here, let's do something weird. Build a little thing here. Now, if I stopped here, that'd be fine. In a way, but this is lazy. Anybody can sit there and go, yeah, you probably whip that together in no time. It's too basic. It doesn't, yeah, it's really basic. It's kind of ugly. So one thing that you can do is obviously not use that plane of symmetry. Now you're using two perfect symmetry planes, and if you don't know what I mean by that, refer to the intro video, and I can, of course, let's see which direction is the ship facing. Okay. I can, of course, maybe put on some engines. Just come out here with it. But of course, this is, we all know, it's still 4 planes of symmetry. Kind of lazy. Useful in certain spots, but if your entire ship is perfectly symmetrical like this, or rather, how can I say this, uses perfect symmetry lines the whole way, it's really not that interesting for a lot of people. So, typically your ship, you want to have one perfect symmetry line on your ship, if any. If you understand how I mean by that. So let's get rid of that one. Now, if I take this bit out, right? I'll show you what I mean. All of a sudden, if I come out, up, maybe over, and mind you, this is a wireframe. All of a sudden, ship has a very different aesthetic, and that's important. You need to have maybe one perfect symmetry line, and use secondary symmetry lines all you want, but make sure that they're secondary, not another set of primaries. So from here, I can easily bring this up, and in reality this is almost kind of a lazy build anyway, so sorry about that. There we go. Bring that up, and we'll bring this down. Now I've got a very rough wireframe sort of thing of a ship, and I could easily reset secondary symmetry because I started using it anyway. And we'll go ahead and quickly put some engines on it, because why not? I tend to find that secondary symmetry planes are great for engine building, that sort of thing. Not so great for overall ship design. It's important to break that line, or else the ship just doesn't end up being very interesting. So we'll go ahead and okay, I see how we did that. And there's another line. Now we've got engine pods on it. Let's put some on the bottom too. The point is, that you want to use a single main symmetry line. Use your secondaries sparingly, and it gives a nice overall shape. Building cubes, while they're technically efficient for space, tend to not look very good. They just don't. They look like crap. And you can put as much detailing on a cube as you want, it's still a cube. So, hopefully this will give you a little bit of guidelines on as to how to, of course I did that with symmetry, as to how to build something using different symmetries. You don't need to build cubes, they're not very pretty, and the human face, for instance, is partially symmetrical, and we tend to enjoy looking at other people's faces. Well, some of them, let's be honest here. So the trick is that they're not actually perfectly symmetrical, they're mostly symmetrical. And if they were perfectly on 4-plane symmetrical, you'd have somebody's chin where their eyebrows are and at the bottom, which is a little bit weird, may I say. So the whole point is, you don't want to use those 4. Use 1, we're used to that, it's in our nature to see that sort of thing, and it's more pleasing to the eye. The other thing is to follow the lines of the ship, and we will discuss that in one of the next episodes.